Another day, another beautiful opportunity. It's a beautiful day at January 30th, 2023. And I'm just making a video. I'm at work. Snowed pretty bad and stuff, so they just got me here. Screw it. I'll just sit in the car. So I've been just sitting in the car playing games on this Tesla, and I've been just, what's it called? Playing games. They got this little driving game I've been doing, you know, drive around on the steering wheel. It's like something silly where you're in Teslas and beat that whole game. Yeah, I'm just happy to, you know, be doing something besides cars. I'm up here trying to help another business, you know. I'm up here working, getting paid you know, whatever, an hour, and I'm trying to better myself. I'm learning stuff from it. I'm becoming a better person through it. I'm learning how to be at a business for 12 hours, work overtime, work over 40 hours a week. You know, I may not be getting paid as much as I should be, or I may not be getting paid as much as I would doing my hustle, but you know what? I'm getting money. I'm starting from something that's not mine. You know, I'm starting at a business. I'm helping something. I'm running a business that's not as much risk as I have to risk. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I'm glad and I'm thankful and I'm happy that you know, I'm in the position I am. Talking to a customer, but you know what? I'm just thankful to be in this position I am. I have a beautiful, loving girlfriend, Brianna, and I have a supporting father. I may have lost my mother. I may have, you know, lost my mom, Shelly Summers, on August 30th, 2021. But you know what? I've been putting stuff off. You know, I've been like trying to do other things so I can avoid thinking about my mom. But now it's kind of settling in, and I'm glad I have a good support system around me. But you know, losing your mom isn't hard. I mean, I meant to say losing your mom is hard because my mom, we did a lot of stuff together. When I was at home, we were doing this, we were watching TV, we were eating, we were making food, we were talking, you know, we were watching movies, doing all these things, and it's kind of hard to go home when, you know, my dad's there most of the time, my girlfriend's there most of the time, but you know what? It's hard when you're there by yourself and you're like, okay, I need to talk to my mom. I need to do this. Maybe she can help me do this. And it's kind of sad and, you know, it's heartbreaking. It's like she's not here no more. And it feels like surreal. It feels like deja vu, like 5 years ago or, you know, 10 years ago when I was a kid. I thought this day would never come. Now it's here. But what I'm trying to say is you know, it is difficult. But the one thing about this world that I don't get, we're not here meant to stay. You know, we're not going to stay in this world forever. There's a bigger purpose besides material things like this car. This is a nice Tesla, you know, it's cool. You know, I'm 17, I'm driving a Tesla, whoop-de-doo. You know, I get to play cool games, you know. It's less maintenance, you ain't gotta worry about changing the oil, you ain't gotta worry about warming it up, you ain't gotta worry about checking the fluids, you ain't gotta worry about, you know, blowing the motor up, which is good, you know. I don't know, this video's kind of all over. I'm just sitting up here at work, bored, and I'm like, I'm gonna make a video because it kind of helps me a little bit, you know. But with that being said, I'm just saying that all this material stuff that I idolize, that I chase, that I do all these things, you know, it's cool, but it definitely ain't it. It definitely isn't everything people say, because I think George Clooney said a good quote. I don't know. People say he's a sex offender. People say this about him. But you know what? There may be people that, you know, celebrities that live to like 40 or 50 years old, and then something happened like higher up and they took over and made them do, you know, Jeffrey Epstein stuff. I'm not going to get into it, but who knows? But doesn't mean they can't have a good quote. But he said, like, I wish that every normal person or every average Joe or, you know, average Susie could get everything they want. Get in the movie they want. Be the athlete they want to be. Get the dream job. Do all these things. And then see how unfulfilling it is. You know, it's still fulfilling, but see how it is not everything. What really matters, he was saying, is that becoming a doctor, getting that award, starting your own business, doing all these things. And to be honest, this money, all these other things are really helpful and it's really good. But you know what? What really matters is who you benefit, who you help, you know. I watched a really good video today, Mr. Beast. He was saying, talking about how he really wants to help people, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna, what's it called, I'm gonna fix 1,000 people that are blind, and there's a 10-minute surgery that most people that are blind can do, and it can change their life, make them where they can, instead of like blurry like this, you know, like barely see me, to actually being clear like this. and he helped 1,000 people. And that kind of, I was watching that video and it kind of made me sad. I was like, man, my mom didn't, you know, she had glasses. I have glasses. My dad's supposed to wear glasses. We're all supposed to wear glasses, but it's just like, I seen how sad like these people are, and like I can't see, I can't do this. And then Mr. Beast, a random YouTuber, came by and he's like, okay, I'm gonna spend the money I got that I made from this, I'm gonna redo it and make another video and help a lot of people in the way of doing it. And he gave this person a car. This kid really wanted to drive. He's never drove in his life. He's been watching Mr. Beast videos for 11 years, and he bought him a $45,000 brand new Tesla. And, you know, this stuff might be fake. There might be a little catch to it. There might be this. But the overall picture is that he's producing something and he's actually doing something. You know, no matter what he does, you know, he could have paid $1,000 to do someone's eye. But, you know, he can't, like, fake that. You know, what is he going to take their vision back, you know? I don't know, this video's kind of all over the place. I haven't made a video in a while, but I'm just sitting here, you know, trying to have a good time, trying to do something. You know, I'm really hoping, you know, I'm going to get home at like 3 o'clock. It's going to be good, but, you know, I'm just trying to do the right thing, because there's a lot of times when I was younger, you know, 15, 16, I was just too stupid. I was cocky, you know, all these things, but sometimes you just want to help people. Sometimes you just want to do the right thing, because all these bad things, you know, stealing, if you steal, or being rude, or being an asshole, or having an attitude, or doing all these things, which I still deal with people like that all the time. But I try to limit myself to, you know, talking back or doing this, because it all comes back to you. What goes around comes around. If you're doing bad things are likely to happen to you. If you're doing good things, great things are likely to happen to you. I mean, if you're going around like Mr. Beast is supposedly, or, you know, good things are gonna happen to you. You know, like, this may sound stupid, but me and my dad, we had an expensive Corvette, and the prices were dropping like crazy, you know, and me and him were like, oh my god, we're gonna have to sell it, we're losing a bunch of money on it. And you know, I'm just working, I'm just trying to do the right thing. And then some buyer came from Jim Butler, you know, and that was really good. But what I'm trying to say is, have good karma. When people are around you, make them feel good. Make them feel like they're doing something by being around you. When people, there's a lot of people that you go around that make, you're around this person like, ugh, I don't want to be here. Ugh, I feel like I'm wasting my time. Be that person that someone needs, you know. If someone needs help, feel free to help them. You know, if someone needs, you know, a little bit of your time, give them a little bit of your time, because we're all humans. We all, you know, no matter how much money I have, no matter how much, you know, success I have, you know, how much cars, mansions, no matter what I have, I'm still a human, you know. There could be the 8 billion people in the world, you know, from the poorest to the richest, and if you're cutting their wrist, they're all gonna bleed. If you cut their hand out and you can't, and they have no help, you know, no medical attention, they're all gonna die. You know, we all gotta eat, we all gotta shower, we all gotta use the restroom, we all gotta do all these things. And the society, what society's doing is they're creating something, you know. You can get rich off this, or get rich quick schemes, and it's not like that, you know. I used to think when I was a kid, you know, flip cars, make money, which is good. I'm still doing that, but you have to have something else. You have to have multiple streams of income, like working a job, you know, help renting cars out, selling cars, doing this, selling this, flipping that, working here, you know, working odd jobs, and keep that money and add up. Like, I only make $1,000 every 2 weeks, you know. That's not a ton. $1,000 every 2 weeks. I make a lot more from flipping cars, but you know what? That's taxed income. That's money in my bank account, and it adds up. And like right now, there's days like this where I'm sitting here. It's literally 2 o'clock, and I barely have done anything. 1:28 p.m., and I've been sitting here doing nothing. I'm probably gonna come home today with $100, basically, from working for 8 to 9 hours. And it does, you know, $100, you know, a day. That's good. But it adds up. And there's a lot of people out here that make 50 to 100. There's families that make 200 grand a year, and they're so silly with their money, and it doesn't go nowhere. It goes to the soccer team, it goes to the mortgage, it goes to the electric bill, it goes to their high-ass car payment. But there's people that are like me that make maybe $2,000 a month from working, and what do they do with that $2,000? They save it and reinvest it. And that initial $2,000 that I saved has created maybe $100,000. And that's what makes it so special, is that I'm saving my money. I'm not going out blowing my money. Like, I bought some expensive shoes. You know, I might buy some nice Calvin Klein stuff. But you know what? Every once in a while I have to treat myself so I can keep moving on. But the thing is, there's a lot of people that get paid and blow their money. I know a couple people that just get their paycheck and, you know, let's go on the next day. And it's really sad, because how are you ever supposed to get anywhere better? Like, every time I get a paycheck, I want to be improving. You know, I don't want to work for 2 weeks and then spend my whole paycheck. You know, that'd be stupid. But what I'm trying to say is, there's a lot of people out here that have potential. And the thing is, like, you look at all these YouTubers, you know, Mr. Beast, Danny Duncan, Ban Levine, and there's about 1,000 people behind Ban Levine. There's 1,000 people behind Danny Duncan. There's 1,000 people behind Mr. Beast. Or, you know, I don't know why PewDiePie came to mind. I don't even watch them. We're like, you know, all these car YouTubers, you know. But I'm saying, there's 1,000 people behind him that did almost the exact same thing. And there's a little few things that separate them from them. Let's say there's 1,000 people that like Ban Levine, that try to be like him, create videos, do this. There's only about one Ban Levine. And you know what I'm trying to say is that no matter what you do, the action of blowing up and the action of just being average is very small. And most people can't do it, you know. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm kind of lost, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just like to rant sometimes, but as we say, I'm in a really decent place in life. I'm trying to get a lot done. You know, I've been taking pictures of my camera. I've been doing cool stuff with that. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, I'm happy. I'm happy. I got a beautiful, loving girlfriend. You know, she's really helpful. We do a lot of things together. After here, we're going to go to the gym. We're going to get something to eat. We're going to probably clean my house up a little bit. We're going to do some good things. And you know what? I'm going to go home tonight. I'm going to go to sleep. And I'm like, today was a good day. I made $100 work in. I posted 2 cars on sale. Maybe I bought it. Maybe I buy a car later. You never know. There's a lot of things that I could do today to become successful. And I believe, you know, right now my schedule is get up at 6, leave at 2. You know, I'm getting up early. I'm going to work. And, you know, by the time it's 2 o'clock, my day's over. You know, I already made $100. Now I can go buy a car and make $1,000. You know, but I'm starting with something. I'm trying to do something right. I'm trying to be like the average Joe to get to the big Joe. You know, I'm trying to do the right thing. You know, but I don't know. I'm just a kid at the end of the day. I'm a kid that feels like he has a lot of potential to be someone that someone looks up to. You know, I may argue with my dad. I may not give him credit that much, but my dad's really helped me and really changed my perspective. So I gotta, you know, give it to him. But we do argue, we do differ. But at the end of the day, if it wasn't for my dad or my mom, you know, it'd be really difficult. Really difficult, man, I'll tell you. But I guess I'm gonna end this video off and just say, if you have something you want to do, say you want to get into painting, say you want to get into photography like me, like I'm really passionate about this. Forgot my camera battery at home. But say you want to do all these things, take a first step. If you want to get really strong and you're like, oh, I only want to go to the gym, you know, once a week, once a month, 2 times a week, 4, 3, 4, 7, you know, don't watch these people on YouTube that take, you know, steroids, that do all these things, that they don't have a job, they don't have school, they don't have many responsibilities. Their job is to teach you guys how to do stuff and to show you these unlivable standards at first. You know, you look at like David Goggins, like he was 250 pounds, a fat ass, you know, he won the military, changed it all. You have to start slow. With all these things, you know, like say I want to become a bodybuilder. I'm not going to go out to the gym and lift for 3 hours the first day. No, maybe I'll do it for about 10 minutes, you know, then I'll do some push-ups, and you know, I'll be right back at the second day, then the third day, and then, you know, people are like, oh, it took you a year to do this, but you know what, I'm not burning myself out. It took me 10 years to get better than what you did in 5, but what you did in 5 years burnt you out, and now you have a broken knee, and now you have this. Enjoy the process, you know, just do a little bit each day to better yourself, because that little bit adds up. But yeah, I'm just saying, there's a lot of opportunities in this world, you know. Anybody can go out, get a job for, you know, $12, $13 an hour, you know, save up some money and start something that you love. Maybe you want to start making, maybe you see this phone case and you're like, this is a plain black phone case. Everybody has it. You know, I got a pile of phones, you know. I'm at work. Everyone sets their phones down. We all got the same phone case. Maybe your business is designing special things. Maybe you spend $1 on materials and you custom this out. It takes you about 10 minutes. And you got a sick-ass phone case. and you can sell that to people for 10 to 15 bucks. And, you know, maybe you save up a couple, maybe like $5,000 from working for a couple months. And with that $5,000, you do something special, you know, because you can create something out of nothing. There's people that will buy custom phone cases. There's people that will buy custom keychains. There's people that buy custom shirts. Like, I'm looking for some custom shirts with my business card on it. But what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of opportunity in this world. There's a lot of things that you can do to become better. And many times, many years, you know, I get on a roll and I stop. But you know what? I'm sick of that. You know, do your thing, because there's only one you. There's only one Jonathan Summers. There's only one, you know, Steve Foster. There's only one whoever. But what I'm trying to say is there's only one opportunity you got in this world. You know, I'm 17. I'm about to be 18 in 2 months. About 2 months in a day from this day. And you know what I'm learning is life's flying by pretty quick. And there's a lot of people that you hear that I talk to, oh, I make 50 grand a year. Oh, I make 80 grand a year. I make 90 grand a year. I make 100 grand a year. And you know what they got? They're unhappy usually. They got a bunch of kids, a bunch of bills, a $250,000 house that they got only 20 grand paid off. They got to pay it off till they're freaking 70 years old, almost dead. You know, they don't have no cool motorcycles, no cool cars. And it's sad. You see people working every day. And then there's people like me that are just smart from the beginning. It's like, hey, I'm going to save all my money instead of blowing it. And, you know, I'm going to work extra. I'm going to get that overtime. And I'm going to do something good with my money. I'm going to, you know, 10x it. And, you know, one day I'm going to be like Mr. Beast. I'm going to make videos, oh, giving away this. Giving away to the community. Giving away to the people that need teeth, you know. Giving to the people that are blind, you know. Giving people clothes. Giving people cars. Giving people shelter on top of their head. I believe I could do something like that one day. And, you know, I'm making these videos. They kind of suck right now. But you know what? At least I'm trying. I'm sitting here for 17 minutes and I'm trying to make a video. I got a car coming right. But with this being said, I'm going to end this video off and say you are loved. Chase your dreams. 2023 is your year. God bless.